The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, if you missed the keyword for the golden ticket, we'll have it for you right after sports. Big day in sports.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Okay, did the White Sox make a move yesterday to get them closer to Nashville? We talked yesterday in sports about how big report about not only moving out of Guaranteed Rate Field, possibly to a new stadium within the city limits, but also the odds of them moving to Nashville and leaving. And Case put a great blog up about would you follow the White Sox still as a White Sox fan on the South Side if they went to Nashville. Boy, did that blow up.
A lot of people threatening to move to Nashville.
Yeah, threatening.
Thank God. Traffic is horrible. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Let's move all the teams there. We just visit them on the weekend. I want joint custody of the sports teams.
Oh, God. Well, the White Sox fired general manager Rick Hahn and executive vice president Ken Williams, both been with the organization for 20 years. Ken Williams helped put together the 2005 World Series champion team, but then didn't do much since then.
No boys to men for the disgraced White Sox executives.
I'm so upset I don't have it ready again.
Ah, it's too bad.
I know. We only had a way to do that here at the radio station to get How Could I?
20 years of losing. We don't give them a tribute song on the way out.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Maybe I'll get that before the end of sports here. But yeah, obviously a huge day in firing basically the whole front office. They say they're going to work to hire one person to replace him. Case, as the White Sox fan, your thoughts on the firing?
I think it's long overdue, and I think the point in time that we can all go back to this, if we would all join us, whether you're a North Sider or a South Sider, in the suffering of the White Sox organization real quick, we have to go back just a few years ago to 2019 when Manny Machado was a free agent. Manny Machado, future Hall of Famer. The White Sox brought in his friends. They signed people that they thought, hey, we're going to get Manny Machado. We're going to make a splash in free agency. They offered him 8 years and $250 million. The San Diego Padres stepped in at the last second. They offered him 10 years and $300 million. And Ken Williams was there going, we just couldn't get to $300 million. We just couldn't do it. And as it turned out, Manny Machado has been a great addition to the Padres. The White Sox have gone nowhere fast. And that is their entire career summed up in a nutshell there.
I remember that argument of, again, me being a Cubs fan, but saying how they should get him. And when they didn't, everybody, my White Sox friends, were like, well, no, because it was too much money, and now we got all these other players, and we're going to be good. We've got now 8 years of winning coming to us.
We've got young players like Tim Anderson and Eloy Jimenez and Yohan Moncada. Things are going to be okay, guys.
I heard all about it.
Ugh.
So here was the statement from the White Sox yesterday.
How do I say goodbye?
Chicago White Sox announced that Ken Williams, Executive Vice President Rick Hahn are gone. Relieved of their responsibilities, effective immediately. I'm not sure if that means fired. Is that this fired, Kenzie?
Yeah, they're definitely fired. I think this is effective immediately.
That means they were escorted
That
out.
doesn't mean you're not going to party, a cake. It's not going great.
Did they get the box to go clear out their desk?
They absolutely got the
yesterday?
box.
Well, and there was a security guard there, too.
Yep. Can we have your fob? Can we have your coffee cup? Go get on the red line.
Wouldn't it be funny if that happened to me because I'd have nothing to take home? I'd be like, nope, I just come in like this.
Kenzie's got nothing here.
Like, you need to clean up. I'd be like, wait, you can just walk me to my car.
I'm good.
Let's roll, baby.
Let's see here. This is an incredibly difficult decision for me to make because they are both talented individuals with long-term relationships with the White Sox, said Jerry Reinsdorf, White Sox chairman. Ken is like a son to me. I always consider him a member of my family. Although he said effective immediately, get the hell out of here. I want to personally thank Ken and Rick for all they've done for the Chicago White Sox, winning the 2005 World Series and reaching the postseason multiple times in their 10 years.
I think they reached the postseason 4 times in their tenure in 20 years.
Not much. I have nothing but the greatest respect for them as people and appreciate their commitment and passion for the White Sox over the years. Ultimately, the well-known cliche that professional sports is results-oriented is correct. That means he's not his friends anymore. It's not his son anymore. While we have enjoyed success in the organization, we're optimistic heading into a competitive window of this rebuild. This year has proven to be very disappointing to all of us on many levels. This has led me to the conclusion that the best decision is to move forward and change our baseball department leadership. The White Sox have begun a search for the single person that will replace them both.
You think they just actually haven't started searching yet? You're going to begin one?
At the beginning one. They said by the end of the year. By the end of this, not even...
They'll start looking at the end of the year?
No, they'll have one by the end of the year.
They are busy.
Yeah. I think there's a LinkedIn application. You can go there and try it.
Usually, by this point, you should already have an idea.
Yeah.
It should have been a huge surprise. It's not like things were going great, and then he hooked up with somebody underage, and they're like, whoa, We are starting from scratch here. We weren't ready. This is not a Wander Franco story.
No.
About what are we going to do with this position?
They've been very bad but illegally, they've been very bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And about legal, they did not hook up with other age people that we're aware of. And you think that they would have been thinking about this for a while.
They know who they want. I think they want to bring Theo Epstein into the organization, former Cubs guy that ran everything and brought back the 16 World Series. He's now working for MLB doing God knows what.
I would love for that to happen, but that would require the White Sox spending money.
Yeah, he made $50 million from the Cubs.
I'll tell you what, the Nashville White Sox may have a lot of money to drop though. Nashville's booming.
That's true.
Is it a flow? The Nashville White Sox.
It sounds like a hat I'd buy. I'm into it.
I don't know, because this is going to sound bad. I don't know the historical significance of the name White Sox. Do you? How they got that name?
You asked me about porno for Pyros 45 minutes ago. I gave you an answer.
You suck at your job. You don't know anything.
I remember the Black Sox. I remember them. I remember what that happened.
Yeah, but that's a nickname. We're looking for the government name.
Oh, good. What were
Does anyone know that?
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sure I'm going to get...
Well, you're a North Sider. You don't have to know.
I don't know, so I'm
Case,
curious.
do you know Case?
Yeah, but I don't want to tell anybody.
You don't know.
No, I do know. I don't. It's we're late. I don't want to get into it now.
Well,
You're so annoying.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
all right, 312-591-8300. Check in right now to compete against Kenzie in a trivia contest. Clash with Kenzie. You get a Brian and Kenzie trivia pack, a prize pack if you beat Kenzie in trivia. So call in right now, 312-591-8300 to compete. Kenzie asked the question during sports. She's great at asking questions, and I'm pretty good at Googling them about the White Sox name. And I don't even know if a lot of Southsiders know this information. So according to the White Sox historical timeline in the team's 2020 media guide, Mr. Comiskey, the owner of the team, purchased the team from Sioux City, Iowa in 1893, moved it to St. Louis, and... I'm sorry, I moved it to St. Paul, Minnesota.
You have the Cliff Notes version of this, or are you just going to read it verbatim?
Yeah, I'm going to read it verbatim. Those in St. Paul officially moved to Chicago then and became the White Stockings as part of a newly founded American League team in 1900. That happened, Kenzie. Okay. So the White Stockings was a name originally attached to the Cubs on the north side.
Wow.
Now, according to Richard Lindbergh, who has written 4 books about the White Sox, is considered the unofficial team historian, that was a move on Comiskey because he loved trolling the Northsiders, and he stole the name, and then he basically patented it and took the name so the Cubs couldn't take that name back. They didn't call themselves the Cubs then, but they had rights to that name. And he stole it from the Cubs, and that's how they became the Chicago White Sox. And there you go.
Theft.
Yep. There you go. Now you know the truth. That is not a trivia question, but it might be one for tomorrow, so remember it.
Okay,
I'll read that whole thing out.
The year, I have to repeat all of it verbatim.
I'll ask, all the questions will be about that.
Oh, God.
That's Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
An unbelievable development right before we get to literally seconds away. I don't even know how you did that, Kenzie.
Me either.
That was pretty impressive. She just ripped her microphone off of the arm that holds it, and I don't think we can do
can you
trivia.
Hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, we'll just do it like this.
You're going to hold it? Really?
I'll do it live.
Okay, here we go.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
Well, this should be easy because she's distracted holding the microphone. In case you don't know, we have these arms that hold them, and now Kenzie's holding it by
now
hand.
it's my arm.
It's your
It
arm.
feels like the old days.
What old days? Way back in radio when it started?
Arms.
Before they invented the arms to hold them?
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to perform live. I feel like I'm in an American Idol audition.
And also the way you're holding it, it sounds like you're on stage going to do a stage announcement.
I'm like, I'm going to be performing Mariah Carey, and you already know it's annoying. It's
It
like,
sounds
you're not
like
going to do Mariah Carey well. Pick a different song.
It totally sounds like karaoke right now. Like we're at Bedrocks in Shorewood right now, getting ready to do karaoke night.
Do you want
They
to do a few
always
bars?
pick the most iconic artist. I'm going to do Celine Dion. Oh, come on. Don't do that.
Well,
Give yourself a chance.
let's see how this goes. We have Courtney in Homewood. Courtney, ahoy. Tell us something real quick about yourself.
Ahoy. I am a internal medicine specialist for veterinary industry. I work with animals, and I'm the technician that goes around with the specialists doing ultrasounds and stuff like that.
Wow.
You do animal ultrasounds?
Yeah.
That sounds so nice. I see like this is like little puppies.
Sounds nice. You got to find bad things, though, with those ultrasounds, you see.
I was just,
Yeah,
it's not
sometimes,
just
yeah.
pregnancy ones.
What a dark way of thinking
No.
about that. What is wrong with you?
Well, that's what she does. I mean, sadly, you do an ultrasound and you find things that you don't want to find.
Not always.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's just playing with puppies, but a lot of times you do find not the best things, but, it's part of the job.
Thank you, Courtney, for verifying. See, not apologize to me,
Thanks,
Chase.
Brian. I
Let's
love our
pl-
happy radio show.
Let's play some trivia.
Hey, we can live in pretend land, or we can live in
It's
real
like
life.
the Debbie Downer skit on SNL every day of my life.
Courtney, you see what I'm dealing with? I'm the only one that lives in reality here.
God.
All right, Courtney, first one to 5 wins. Listen very careful. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. She's holding your microphone now. It's going to be pretty interesting. Call heads or tails on the count
I'm
of
going to
3.
drop the mic if I win. It's my
1,
chance.
2, 3. Call heads or tails.
Tails.
It is tails.
Yes.
Courtney goes first.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Courtney. What type of skin cancer starts in the pigment cells, often after too much sun exposure? What is that called?
Melanoma.
Melanoma is right.
Not
Good
fair.
job.
She's a doctor.
Kenzie, the
Yes.
scene in which students stood on their desk and shouted, "Oh, Captain, oh,
Oh,
Captain,"
good Lord.
took place in what film?
Dead Poet Society.
In case you don't know, we had a big argument.
Isn't it, oh, Captain, my
You
Captain?
read the question wrong.
Jesus.
And I heard it as "Oh, Captain, oh, Captain."
That's why you don't know what movie it's from.
It's like that quote actually I've been in no movie. It's not the right quote.
All right, it's 1-1.
Back to Courtney.
Courtney, what was Prince's real first name? 3, 2,
Michael.
1. It wasn't Mike. It wasn't Michael. Kenzie,
It was Prince.
it was Prince.
That's his actual name.
It was just Prince.
He changed it to a symbol. That was not his actual name.
No.
Hard to spell. All right, 2-1.
is.
Back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what type of pasta is traditionally small squares stuffed with meat or cheese and then rolled and formed into small rings?
Well, that takes a little plot twist at the end there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With tortellini.
You were thinking ravioli,
I
weren't you?
was at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Tortellini is
Whoa.
right. Let's see, 3-1. Courtney, fill in the blank. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that.
Kit Kat bar.
Good job, Courtney.
Does anybody remember the scene from The Office where he can't finish it? He's like, oil change, like he's trying
Chrysler car.
Chrysler car.
Courtney, you saw that?
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, Courtney. All right, here we go. 3-2.
Yes, and back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, name the band who sang Hotel California.
Eagles.
The Eagles sang that.
I
4-2-2.
They'd be a great runner-up for a spooky show.
They're a spooky band now, the Eagles.
Hotel California is arguably one of the spookiest songs there is.
Okay, well, case good on that. After you go to law school and become animation.
Do I need to DM them too?
Please DM the Eagles
I
and see
know.
if they'll play the Cubby Bear in October.
I will.
They've got to have an Instagram page you could DM, I would imagine.
I'm sure. We'll see.
Yeah, go for that.
I don't think any of them run it.
Those old men. All right,
Yeah, I don't think
4-2. It is 4-2. It is back to Courtney.
Courtney, Puff Daddy's I'll Be Missing You was a tribute to which rapper? 3, 2.
Biggie Smalls.
It was Biggie Smalls, just in time at the buzzer.
All right, she's got 3. Kenzie's got 4. It's back to Kenzie. She can win with the correct answer.
Kenzie, who played Alan in the recent Barbie movie? Remember the actor's name? You saw
Alan?
Alan in the Barbie movie.
You don't mean Ken?
I mean Alan.
I didn't see it. I don't know who Alan is.
I thought you saw the Barbie movie.
No.
Oh.
I did.
Who's Alan?
I saw the Barbie movie.
I guess you
Do
guess.
you mean Ken?
Do you
Who's
know
Alan?
Courtney, do you know?
Is it Michael Cera?
It's Michael Cera, of course. We got a tie game.
What is an Alan? What was it in the movie?
He's a part of the Barbie lineage.
I don't know Alan.
Oh,
I don't know
Isn't he
no
like an
Alan.
honorary girl?
Yeah, he's kind of like the honorary girl. Brian will Google it after trivia.
I'll explain who Alan was.
I was more of a Bratz doll girl myself.
You don't say.
Yeah.
All right, it is 4-4. It is back to Courtney. She can win with the correct answer.
Wow, Courtney, here we go. What beer brand shares a name with one of the founding fathers of the United States?
Sam Adams.
Sam Adams is right. And
It's
Courtney
actually
takes
Samuel Adams, but okay.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, who's Alan Adams? I'm not sure.
Jesus.
All right.
Alan.
Congratulations, Courtney. You got yourself a Brian and Kenzie prize pack, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
Awesome. You have a stellar day.
The Q101 Morning Crew's Clash with Kenzie.
On Q101.
But if you like free stuff, don't worry. Coming up in 20 minutes, your next opportunity for the golden ticket.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Noah Khan, who stole Lollapalooza, and a lot of our eyes here at Q101. It's Brian and Kenzie. Less than 20 minutes away from the next chance at the golden ticket, so you'll see Lollapalooza free next year, among other shows for an entire year. 8 a.m., your next opportunity to win. That is coming up. Also, listen, first week of school, a lot of people have stories going on. How about the story of a teacher in the Chicagoland area getting fired for being a Satan worshiper?
It's a tough first week.
Thought you could just have that and get there at least till
I can't wait to hear the rest of this because I just thought about my son's meet the teacher day last Friday, and she gave us a one sheet, like my favorite color, my favorite whatever. I just imagine on her one sheet when she's like, I love Starbucks caramel macchiatos and Satan. I just want to know what she did.
Satan. We'll talk about that story here coming up at 7:50. Just stay right here. In the meantime, it's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Ariana Grande got a tattoo to mark her time on the set of Wicked. It says, Home Wrecker. Guns N' Roses' new song is called Perhaps, based on Axl Rose's response when asked if he struggles to get into his jeans. Rick Springfield turned 74 today. These days, he's more envious of Jesse's regularity. A man who helped invent the PDF and co-founded Adobe has died. I'd tell you more, but the person who emailed me his obituary forgot to include the attachment. And there's a school bus driver shortage. Drivers need a clean record and negative drug test, which is why there isn't a radio host shortage. Hey, this is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Under 8 minutes away from 8 a.m., and that will be your next chance to qualify for the golden ticket and the qualifying prize. Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness at the Riv. Our friends at Jam helped put this together. So that's coming up at 8 a.m. here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So, a teacher in the Chicagoland area, first week, not a great week for this person, got fired after accusations that they hail Satan. And there was a huge board meeting with a lot of the parents showing up. This happened in Homer Glen.
What was the caption? Hail Satan, so it wasn't a big leap that maybe it wasn't like an assumption.
It wasn't a big mystery that happened here. There was some disturbing social media posts by this person. It was an art teacher in Homer Glen that was hired to kind of bounce around a couple elementary schools in that district, which if you go District 33C, the Board of Education in Homer Glen, they went and met about it, and they dismissed the teacher, who seemed to put some really disturbing social media posts up, including Hail Satan.
Yes, and they admitted in a post that they have a bipolar disorder, and they said that they deal with mania and psychosis, and during those, they've had uncontrollable, violent, harmful, and hurtful, moments, towards people. So I understand why. Listen, you are not your disease, absolutely, and you get help, all that stuff, but working with kids, you may have to be a more of a remote employee if you deal with certain things like that, right?
Yeah, this is the thing where maybe social media actually helped the situation because the person needs help, no question, get some mental health. All of us need that at certain times. And the situation might be they didn't find that out in vetting the person for hiring of the job. So social media basically found out the situation going on here. If I was a parent in that district, I'd be incredibly concerned. And I would have been at that board meeting. And we may have somebody that was there on the phone or at least in the district. So we'll just say Ms. Anonymous here checking in from the Joliet area. Ahoy, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Ahoy.
We're doing pretty good. So is this your daughter's or child's school?
Yes, she actually goes to one of the schools in the 33C district. And what I gotta say is it's a nice con to get them to behave.
Okay, are they concerned? Is that why?
I was like, well, I'll volunteer you if you keep misbehaving.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's another take, another angle.
Okay.
So, did you go to the board meeting or hear about this board meeting that removed the teacher?
I did not go to it, but the kids have been talking to me a lot about it, and they were like, he's really nice and everything. And then they showed me the post, and I'm like, oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It's a lot. The post is pretty heavy.
Is
I
it?
can't lie. Yes. The post is pretty heavy. There's not
It's
a lot of
pretty out
conclusions to jump to. Like, it kind of answers all your questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how
That's
would
really
you
crack.
feel as a parent to a child where this would be your teacher? Do you feel like this teacher should have been let go? Like, would you have been uncomfortable if they remained a teacher?
I mean, mental health is a struggle in and of itself, so I feel everybody deserves a fair chance as long as everything is under control. But there are the other things like Satan worshiping and all that that comes into play that makes it a lot more concerning.
Yeah.
So personally, I mean, art's at least a good subject for him to be a teacher in.
Yeah.
Creativity.
Well, here's the thing that's weird in the world we're in now. Like, for example, if you look at some of my old posts, I was addicted to The Walking Dead, that TV show, and I put up some crazy images of The Walking Dead and zombies and conversations. I wanted to talk about it, and not the position I'm in now, of course, but if I was in some other kind of job, somebody might go, oh, he's like talking about dead people all the time or something like that. I don't know. And it's so weird that this guy, I'm not defending the person. I think they, probably should get some mental health situations, even though you said some of the students go, oh, he was so nice. Maybe he's just a really artistic person and got carried away. Now, hail Satan, you're not going to come back from that one. And I didn't see the post like Kenzie saw the post. I didn't see it. I thought it was removed when I tried to find it.
So my thing is that a lot of people have texted in and said, well, freedom of religion, absolutely. You don't want the government telling you what you're allowed to believe and not believe, okay?
Supposed to separate church and state.
Absolutely, and whatever church it is. Now, here's the difference, though, on the Satan aspect is illegal things are still illegal, and often Satan's a big fan of things that are illegal, Also,
the post had violent conversations there. So there's you crossed the line there. There's no question. Why risk that for creative freedom?
Yes. So admitting to having uncontrollable, violent, and harmful acts. Again, people are not their disease. Doesn't mean someone doesn't deserve love. I hope that they can seek help, whether it's a therapy or a medication or whatever corrects that for them. But there still are things that you can't do. You are not your disease, but if there's people who have, epileptic episodes and they're not allowed to drive unless they've been cleared for a certain amount of time or something, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So there's just precautions for safety.
And this is obviously with children involved too, especially, your child there, I imagine, like you said, and they're being funny there about, hey, maybe they'll teach some discipline.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just concerning, for the fact that he does mention child sacrifice, and you're a elementary school art
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a bit much.
kind of puts a few questions into it.
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you for checking in. We appreciate you calling in and talking about it, and hope your daughter's school is going well
I hope so too.
after the situation.
Can
Take
you
care.
imagine? Just wait till you meet the math teacher.
Yo, don't check on the math
It's
teacher.
even scarier.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.